Hey, Simon from KITHER here. This is a quick behind the scenes of a commercial shoot we did for Panasonic using the virtual production facilities at Light Adelaide. The general concept for this ad was to take our gamer from his traditional bedroom setup into the gaming world, as if the product was so powerful it could completely immerse him into this Final Fantasy gaming world. We were wondering how we were going to kind of jump that creative hurdle, and the best place we thought we could achieve that, apart from going the traditional green screen route, was to use the virtual production facilities here at Light Adelaide. And it worked out perfectly because we were able to come in with a steady cam and just do that one shot and take our actor from the bedroom, the real world, into the gaming world. That's something that we just couldn't do if we didn't have this virtual production facility that Light has.
So we've been up and running now for 2.5 years, and we've been running the VP volume now for a little bit less than that. We're probably going on the same journey that everybody in the industry is going on with virtual production. We're learning as much as everybody else is. But I think the thing that we wanted to get across is we've been surprised on the versatility of VP and the versatility of this volume and how it can be used for quite a variety of different use cases. We also know what we're not. You're not going to bring a car into this space. We want to be authentic about that, but there are many opportunities and really is only limited by directors and producers' imagination.
The way we chose to approach this was to actually build a bedroom set inside the volume here. One of the best ways we've found to work with virtual production is to really go heavy on props and set pieces to meld your two worlds together, you know, the world we have here and the world that's in the screens. What we decided to do was build a bedroom set in the volume itself, and that gave us the biggest flexibility to do those arcing camera movements and to really flow between the real world and the fake world seamlessly without too many limitations creatively. We employed the great team at Star Avenue Studios to do that, who have started doing set building as a part of their services, and I can't recommend them highly enough. They were super professional, very fast, and the set looked great, and they're kind of the three things you want when you have a high budget, high intensity shoot. You might be asking, why did we need virtual production for this particular shoot? Why not just use a regular green screen? Well, I think creatively using virtual production gave us the most amount of flexibility. We had this world that we built, the virtual world, and we had our gaming bedroom environment, and we wanted to go between those two things seamlessly with one camera movement, and we didn't want to have too much of a heavy post-production process. So virtual production just made sense for this concept, and I really feel like creatively it removes a lot of barriers for you once you understand the tech and how to use it properly.
I think the thing that a lot of people struggle with when it comes to VP is that it's a lot of high tech and can be overwhelming. A lot of people are still learning in that space, and the message that we'd want to get across is that we're still learning too, but because we're based in South Australia, have a great ecosystem, not just the virtual production space, but the film space. We're quite proud here in Adelaide on being able to reach out to colleagues across the industry and pick up the phone and say, hey, we're having difficulty with this, can you help us out? And it's quite a collegiate atmosphere that we have down here. So if you are considering using VP and you're not quite sure about it and you've got some questions, certainly come our way, because we can, if we don't know the answers to them, we can pass them on and get the answers that you need.
One of the major benefits of virtual production over green screen is the way the screens are able to wrap light around your actor's face and really helps sell the fact that they're really in this world that you've built for them. And you can see that here on Zach's face in this explosion scene that we have, where that red and orange light is really wrapping around his face and helping sell the idea that he's in this environment. And that's something you just don't get on green screen. So when we're able to, in post, bring that in-camera effect and add some VFX on top of that with these fire amber overlays, you can see all of this comes together to create a really spectacular looking shot. One of the major benefits of virtual production is being able to manipulate the world your actors are in real time. And that means you can increase the exposure of your world, you can decrease the exposure of the screens to match the cameras, but you can do more advanced things as well, like change the direction of sunlight, change the color of sunlight. You can change the amount of exponential height fog that's in your scene to create more depth. And you can do all of these things in real time, and you can move it during your shot as well. And this makes for an infinitely creatively flexible environment. That means when you come up with ideas on the day that you haven't scripted, it's very, very easy to execute against those ideas. and it generally makes for a more fun time on set, but also a better product in the end. One thing virtual production does is it does spill light everywhere, and sometimes that's not what you want. Sometimes you want a shadow side, and that can be hard to achieve when you've got this giant screen spilling light everywhere. So one thing you're able to do is actually black out sections of the screen to match the look and the lighting that you're going for without affecting the camera shot too much. So you can see in this example here, we're not using the entire screen to limit and control the amount of light spill. We wanted a really strong shadow side on our actor at the start of this shot, but obviously as we arced around to show the virtual world, we needed the screens on, and we were able to cue our screen tech to be able to do that for us. So due to all of these kinds of factors with the seemingly infinite creative flexibility that these screens provide, as long as you do your work in pre-production, everything comes together quite fast. You need to have a world built, of course, and you need to think about your set pieces and your camera movements, but that's not necessarily too different from a regular production. So everything came together really fast for us, and we were able to shoot this entire ad in one day. That's a really brief wrap up of the commercial shoot we did for Panasonic and our time here at Light. This is maybe the second or third time I've used the virtual production facilities here at Light, and I've loved it every single time. The amount of creative freedom you have here and the speed at which you can do complicated shots is fantastic, and it means I'll be coming back here to shoot more things like this.